What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Great to have you all here. We got Fidelia. How you doing, Fidelia? Welcome to the stream. It's really good to see you. Antonio, noticed something on BTC earlier. Would like to share it with you all. Awesome, Antonio. Drop it in the chat. We'd love to hear about what you noticed on BTC. Hey, Steven, good to see you. Hey, Martin, welcome, mate. Welcome. All right, everybody, welcome back to another stream. Asger dropped something very exciting into the global chat and the inner circle just before the stream. Just a little bit of a teaser on what we've been working on over the past months together here at Breakfree Trading. So we are really looking forward to, giving you guys a bunch more information around this in the very near future, hopefully. So much fun with the dab. Hello, welcome to the stream. So much fun, good to have you. Hey CK, how you doing? I'm ready. Anyone taking any trades? Yeah, drop any trades you're taking into the chat. We'll take a look at them together. I'll give you my thoughts on them and we'll go through what I think. Hey Steve, great to have you, mate. Good to have you here, buddy. Let me know how the music is, the balance with my voice and the music. Hopefully it's all good. We had a trade on US 30 last week. Actually, it was a few days ago this trade showed up. So it was probably something like this here was roughly the trade on US 30. So we've had a couple of candles now close below this entry level. So if you're in this US 30 trade, I'd be watching out for how this candle right here closes. So depending on how this candle right here closes today, in 7 hours and 27 minutes from now, will depend on whether or not you close at break even here, okay? So if you want to close at break even on this trade, what do? We drag our TPs down to their entry level. So take those green lines, drag them down to the entry level, and get out of this at break even if this candle closes back below this level again. The reason why is because you can see the wick here on this candle. This is a really telling sign for selling pressure around this level. So you've got this wick right here on that candle, and then the close below, and now we're wicking off that level again. All right, so this is really telling signs that the bears are actually in control of this level. The sellers are in control of this level, because you got to remember that every one of these levels is like a battleground for the bulls and the bears. It's a battleground for the buyers and the sellers. And when you see these wicks around this level, that means that the bears are in control of that level. Just like here, the way we saw the wicks right around the level at the same point. You can see we pushed down into the level, we had a wick, we pushed down again, had another wick. The bulls were in control of the level at the time. And that's when we saw that initial bounce off, all right? Now we've got the really hard push to the downside. And we've got these two wicks below the level. So depending on how this candle closes, if it closes wicking down below the level again, there's a good chance that the sellers are in control of this, and we don't want to be a part of this trade to the upside if the sellers are in control of it. At the same time, we've also got the RTD telling us we're sideways. All right, so RTD is the trend detection algorithm. At the moment, the short-term momentum, so this momentum right here, has kind of overridden the macro uptrend. All right, I don't think it's fully overridden just yet. If we can get back above the level, then it could still look reasonable. However, if this candle closes below this level, then I'd be looking to get out at break even. Okay, so anyone in that, bear that in mind. All right, Antonio, I'm really excited to hear about what you noticed on BTC. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Great to have you all here. Make sure you leave a like on the stream when you join. Leave a like. And yeah, let me know that you're here. Let me know how long you've been with Breakfree Trading as well. Depending on how long people have been with Breakfree Trading will depend on what I talk about today, whether it's more advanced stuff, more basic stuff, things like that. But let me know and we will go through whatever we need to go through. Okay, so another reason why I'm still okay with holding on to this US 30 trade is because of this bond trade right here. So you can see on, this is the 30-year US bond. So typically they work inversely to indices. Don't worry, I'm typing it out. Long one, hey Antonio. Fantastic. So usually bonds work opposite to indices. So when bonds are rallying, indices are typically falling to the downside. This is because bonds are like a safe haven asset, okay? So when investors get too shaken about being in equities, they don't want to have their money at risk in stocks, in crypto, in indices like S&P 500, US 30, things like that. Typically they move their money into one of two things: cash or bonds, okay? Cash and bonds are like the stable investment that, you know, it's the stable portion of most investors' portfolios. So that's why bonds tend to rally when equities fall to the downside. So this is a nice looking trade here actually on Snap. So if you do trade equities, this is a very nice looking trade. Why do I like this trade right here on Snap? Let's take a look at it and see. So this type of price action, this type of structure, you can apply to whatever trade you're looking at, okay? So any trade that you're looking at, more or less, this is the type of price action that you kind of want to consider when you're looking to see whether a trade is reasonable or not. Fidelia's been with Breakfree Trading 1 day. Well, Fidelia, it's great to have you with Breakfree Trading. Don't have that broken heart like that. You will pick it up. Don't worry. It's been 1 day. It'll all work out. So, you can see here, obviously, we're trading around this level right here. This is a BRC trade, okay? A BRC trade. So what it means is we're breaking the level, we're retesting, and then we're continuing on to the downside. BRC. Break, retest, continuation. So if we just draw a box here around that entry level, you can see the way the market has respected that in the past. Notice how the market pushes down into the level, it then bounces back up. It pushes down, it bounces back up. It pushes down, it bounces back up. This is being respected as support right here, okay? So we've got this support here. It's quite a reasonable support. The market has bounced off it a bunch of times right at 34.38, okay? Then what happened is the market nuked through, right? It pushed to the downside really hard, pushed through the level, and now we've got a bit of a consolidation here, quite a ways below the level, right? We're past our TP 1 and 2, and we're consolidating right there. So what we're looking for here is this market just to quickly push back up into this level, and then come straight back out to where this consolidation was right here, and take our TP 1 and 2. It's really that simple. We've got a lot of like reasons why this trade could be, you know, a really nice trade. Obviously, you can't predict what happens in any market. It's impossible to predict, but these are all of the things that we're looking for in a reasonable setup, right? We're looking for that market structure around the level. We're looking for that really bearish move to the downside. We're looking for a little bit of a consolidation below the entry zone, and then a quick push back in, and then come back out again, okay? So if you're not trading equities, because this is Snap, this is an equity on the New York Stock Exchange. So if you are not trading equities, that's the type of price action to look for, whether it be Forex, crypto, anything like that, 15-minute BRC trades. That's the type of thing we're looking for. Remember, this is a scalp, so we're just looking for a quick move out, a quick move back out. And especially when the broader indices are looking quite weak. So, you know, we got S&P 500. Let's check that out. When the S&P 500 is looking quite weak, you can see this is a pretty weak looking candle here. It's actually been like 4 weak looking candles in a row. Then that's when this type of trade can tend to play out really well. Because we've got the weakness coming in from the bigger market, coming in from the S&P 500, which has been moving to the downside quite heavily. Yes, we're pushing into support right here, but this is a 15-minute trade though, right? So we're pushing down into this support. If this moves down to support from here, then this is very, very, very likely to come and retest and continue on to the downside very easily, okay? Because we jump back up to the higher time frame. And look at this, look, we've got a lot of room to the downside here on Snap, right? Because we're currently below this level right here. You can see how bearish this recent price action here is looking, and we're below this support here. So now that we're below the support, we really have kind of almost a free fall into this level here and that level there. So that's just looking at the market structure to identify, you know, where we could push into as we continue to move to the downside, assuming that, you know, S&P 500 continues on down, and then we can move down the time frames. We can move down the time frames to find, you know, a trade just like this that kind of fits into that higher time frame thesis. Antonio, all right, let's hear about this BTC thing. I'm going to open a BTC chart so we can have a look at it. From about April 2nd until now, there have been some accumulations and expansions. All of the expansions will launch off extension levels each time. Very interesting. Sending you a screenshot of it if you don't see it in the global chat. Let's check the global chat then. Oh wow, BTC just ripping on the 15-minute time frame. Look at this candle right here. Let's just rip to the upside right here. Let's check out what you said, Antonio. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we can check that out. So yeah, BTC ripping hard to the upside right here. What time frame is that? 15 minute. $15-minute time frame. Cool. All right, let's check it out. So we've got this area right here around the resistance level. Yeah, cool. You gotta remember that the algorithm was actually coded originally on BTC. So X mode was originally coded on BTC. Around that resistance right there is exactly where it... Oh yeah. Here we've got the extension zone acting. So yeah, this is exactly what X mode is showing. So obviously here you can see we've got marked out each of the extension zones. We had a 75% alignment resistance right there. So this is what X mode is basically showing us, okay? X mode is showing us market structure. Okay, so market structure is just like the levels at which are very likely to be important in that market, because they've been important before, because they're like 50% retracement zones for that market. You can see here, for example, the way that Bitcoin has been respecting this 75% alignment level right here. Like the market is literally pushing straight into that level and then moving back to the downside, right? And we're pushing back into it right now in a very prompt manner. So I'm really interested to see what happens here on BTC, whether or not this level is respected. But at this stage, I think there's probably like, we're still in a global uptrend. So it wouldn't be very appropriate to start shorting this market. What we're really looking for is this market to push to the up, get the local moving up again, and then start looking for long positions. Start looking for positions where we can get in long in Bitcoin, okay? But you can see here that these extension zones, these resistance zones, these mark typically the top of ranges, of market ranges, and the support areas mark bottoms of market ranges, right? So typically markets range in between these zones, and then they range respectively in between the neutral level at the 50% retracement of those two as well. Like for example, you can see here, market ranging between neutral and support, market ranging between neutral and resistance, market back between neutral and support, and then here market has been ranging between the neutral and the 75% alignment resistance. So we closed above the resistance here on Bitcoin. Let's see if we can hold this level here. If we can hold this, there's a chance that we continue on up into this resistance right here. If we can hold this level right now with this candle, it's a good sign for the bulls that we did actually close above this 75% alignment level. So if we can close above here, let's say we get like a wick or two off this level, so the market does exactly what it's doing right now and wicks off the level, it bounces off the level, and maybe we do that twice, then there's the potential for like some sort of a BRC trade onto the upside like that. That would be quite reasonable. That would be very reasonable. So it looks, Bitcoin just all of a sudden looking very bullish right now, and I suspect it's something to do with what's going on the S&P 500 or what's going on Wall Street 30 or NASDAQ or something like that. Yeah, we've got the same bullishness over here. Feel my work colleagues will be signing up for BFT soon, and optical 3D charts. Any chance of BFT introducing it? I don't know any... Hey, Donovan. Donovan, first of all, hello, mate. Thank you for your support, ongoing support of BFT. It's great to see you back, mate. It's been a little while since I've caught you in a live stream, so good to see you back, Donovan. Unfortunately, I don't know what the optical 3D charts are. If you could send me a... If you could send me a... picture on Telegram or something like that, show me what the optical 3D chart is, and I will know what you're talking about. Unfortunately, I don't know what you're talking about, Donovan, but great to hear your work colleagues are signing up. They are going to be very excited for what is to come in Breakfree Trading. If you're part of the global chat, if you're part of Telegram, then you would have seen Asga just drop some really big news into the global chat, into the inner circle. Breakfree Trading will be, you know, over the next few months, transitioning to a community-owned product, basically, all right? So we'll give you all the details on that as time goes on, but we will be transitioning to a community-owned product as the next... as over the course of 2022, basically, all right? We're going to give you all the details. Don't worry. I'm heading back to Thailand in May, and Asger and I are going to film a amazing new academy with a whole bunch of awesome content, great trading content. We're going to be, filming an amazing new academy for you all, and we're going to grow this community incredibly during 2022. There's massive things happening for Breakfree Trading in 2022, and we're very excited to have you all a part of it and you all to be involved in the success of Breakfree Trading. All right, guys, so thank you for all of you long-term members that have been a part of Breakfree Trading all the way up until now. We are really looking forward to being able to serve you in the future. Alright, BTC absolutely ripping right now. Let's see how we react to this level right here, okay? So you can see the way we got rejected from that level in the past, right there. Right there, we've been rejected in the past. So I'm interested to see if we rip straight into that level, how it reacts there and whether that's a reasonable trade or not. We have a strong local downtrend, okay? Snap triggered. I saw Chris just mention that Snap triggered, so let's check out Snap. In the meantime, if you're new to Breakfree Trading, if you are an existing Breakfree Trading member, if you have any questions, let me know. Oh, Snap triggered and is punching straight out of that level right now. So we came straight into the resistance here, and then now we're punching straight out again. So let's see. Obviously, I'm not in the trade, but we can watch it. If anyone is open on Snap right now, this is looking pretty good, okay? This is a great reaction to see straight out of the level, almost to the absolute cent we pushed into this level right here. Orders would have triggered, and let's see if we go back down and take our TP1 and 2. Heading straight for TP1 and 2, just amazing. As you say, Chris, it is absolutely dumping to the downside. So let's see what happens here. Snap triggered. I'll keep this chart open on one of the tabs, just to keep an eye on it. But there's a lot of volatility in the market at the moment. There's plenty of volatility right now, so there's good opportunities right now at the moment, okay? We're wicking straight out of the level, which is really, really nice. NZD JPY 1 hour extension trade, CK is in that. Let's pull that up as well. NZDJPY 1 hour extension trade. Okay, cool. So we are in something like this here. Bit bigger. Bit bigger. There we go. Something like that. Something like that there for CK at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on this here. For CK, we've got Snap currently triggering here. Chris maybe is in that. I'm not 100% sure. We're keeping an eye on BTC to see how we react at the resistance level here. Guys, when you join the stream, make sure you leave a like. It's great to see you all joining. If you have any questions, please throw them into the chat for me. But yeah, great to see you all here. Leave a like on the stream when you join. Donovan, I actually think BTC will go down to 30k or below according to the 3D optical charts. Yeah, look, that's definitely on the cards. Like I mentioned in the last weekly market review, 25k is still on the cards for BTC. Like, it's not unreasonable to see 25k from here. It's all about what happens at 37,500. What happens at 37,500 is very, very important to BTC right here. If we break this here, then it's a slippery slope to come back down into this area here, around 30k, and then even 25k as well, right? It's a very slippery slope. Chris took Snap. Okay, cool. Let's see what happens. Still below the entry. As long as we're below that entry, we're hunky-dory. We are hunky-dory as long as we're below that entry, okay? Excellent to hear that you are continuing to evolve and improve. Absolutely, Donovan. If we're not evolving and improving, then we're going backwards at the end of the day. So it's really important for us to continue to keep all of you guys involved and give you guys the opportunity to be part of the success of Breakfree Trading as well. So yeah. Nice little reaction here. Let's try to get back above the support level here for CK. Let's keep an eye on that. And then we've got, can we look at NZD USD Sonar trade? Yeah, sure, AY. If you could put in the, time frame as well, that'd be awesome. If you could chuck in the time frame for me, that'd be great. NZD USD Sonar trade. Getting notifications saying that all these cryptocurrencies are currently up like 5 to 10% at the moment. So something's obviously happening. 1 day time frame. Okay, so we're still looking for US 30 to get back above this level right here on this candle close. So if you're in that, make sure you keep an eye on that. 1 day time frame. I'm guessing the trade was somewhere from here. This is really bearish, this move out of this level right here. It's far, far, far too bearish to consider holding on to. So for me, I'd be looking to get out at break even if I was long in this market. I'd be looking for the retest here of the neutral 100% alignment level, and I'd be looking for the out at break even situation on that one. Okay, so Snap is pushing up and through the level here, so just be careful there, Chris. Okay, so CK's trade is looking pretty good. Up above the support level right here. I'd be getting out of break even on that for sure, AY. So, yeah, try to get out of break even on that one if you can. BTC, let's jump on the 15-minute again. Interesting. Pushing up into the resistance. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, welcome to the stream. As you join, make sure you drop a like and ask any questions you have about any trades that are showing up. Plenty of crypto trades at the moment as well. So we'll have a look at these crypto trades. BTC looking incredible incredibly bullish, just all of a sudden, just absolutely tearing to the upside. So if you have BTC positions, if you have crypto positions in general, let's actually take a look at something like ETH and see what ETH is doing at the moment. So Ethereum. Got to tell you, Tom, I'm just starting up Bitcoin mining. I had to use transferable knowledge gained from listening to you to find the money to fund the BFT account. I had to use transferable knowledge gained from listening to you. Oh, to find money from to fund BFT account. Awesome. So Bitcoin mining. Awesome. Fantastic. I do a little bit of mining myself, so I know a little bit about that. So that's really good to hear, Donovan. Hopefully you're using solar panels or something like this. Okay, cool. So ETH punched straight into this resistance right here. Just everything in crypto all of a sudden has turned very bullish. All right, so really bullish, just like a couple of bullish candlesticks. But when we have such bullish moves into like resistance levels that have been respected in the past, sometimes we can get a quick drop to the downside off them as well. All right, so just bear that in mind. Don't go chasing after green candlesticks. All right, the last thing you want to do is chase after green candlesticks. Yeah, nearly at the resistance here on BTC, but ETH has actually pushed into the resistance faster. It's just a 75% alignment resistance, not a 100% alignment resistance though. But things are tearing. I don't know if anyone knows why. I don't know if anyone knows why, what's going here on crypto, if there's some sort of announcement or something like that, but just pushing to the upside really hard. Carlston's saying that it looks like it's holding the trend line that has been tested a bunch of times in the past. Yeah, more or less, yes. It is, but, you know, we are below this support right here. So if we can get back above this support, that'd be really nice for this market and consolidate above this support level. Remember, these X mode levels are really important. It's just like this over here. Notice how we pushed above that level right there, and then we consolidated above it before then continuing on to the upside. So what we really want to see from a bull's perspective is taking this level again, consolidating just like we did over here, and then continuing on to the upside like that, okay? That's going to be the bullish move. That's going to be what the bullish move looks like if it happens. Let's jump on the weekly and see how the weekly looks, because the weekly gives us very good perspective on BTC. Yeah, you can see here, obviously, on the weekly, we have that level of support right there. So that's basically kind of that horizontal level that we're relying on at the moment. That's the horizontal level that kind of coincides with that same trend line that you're talking about, Carlston. This trend line right here, okay? So that trend line right there lining up also with the horizontal level. So 50k could be on the cards if we can hold above this level here. If that level breaks, probably looks pretty bad. It probably looks pretty bad if we break this. Like, if we break down here, it probably looks bad, and we could even see 25k. But like I said previously, like 25k, I would absolutely have orders on. I might even be trading 25k to 75 or something like that. You know, with a really big risk to reward, like a 4-to-1 or something like that. So risk 10 grand to try to make 40, you know, with that type of trade right there. 25 to 75k. I think that's pretty reasonable. Personally, that'd be a nice stink bid. So you could place your stink bids in there. If the market just nukes into 25k, then you've got the opportunity to pick up some pretty cheap Bitcoin. So if you are like a Bitcoin accumulator, if you like buying Bitcoin, then that 25k level is probably the level to look at accumulating Bitcoin at. In and around there, I would have heavy buying orders in and around there, especially if you're like just looking for spot exposure on Bitcoin. 25k Bitcoin is a very, very, very cheap Bitcoin to be buying, all right? So if you like spot exposure on Bitcoin, if you want to hold on to Bitcoin long term, that's where I'd probably be looking to buy it. Still pushing to the upside here on ETH. We have been rejected a little bit at this resistance. Notice again how this resistance level here, this 75% alignment level on X mode, it's been respected to the absolute, like almost to the exact cent. We got rejected off that level right there, right? You know, it's no coincidence that these things happen on X mode. It's absolutely no coincidence. This is great market structure algorithms. And now we're coming out of there. We might even retrace some of this candle, because if you've been part of the funding sessions with me, you know that when you have big moves like this, you tend to have big pullbacks as well, right? Nice looking wicks here for you, CK, on NZDJPY. Pretty good looking wicks. I'd hold on to this as long as we're wicking off those levels right there. We've got the snap trade. I'm just going to draw this back in because obviously that trade is disappeared now. So it's something like that right there. So as long as we stay below this level is being respected still by the market here on Snap. So Chris, you're in this one. Looks like we're still being respected, which is good. Guys, throw in any other questions. If you're new, if you're existing Breakfree Trading member, throw in your questions and I will answer them for you. Throw in any trade thoughts, any trade ideas, any questions that you might have about Breakfree Trading, any questions you might have about just finance in general. Throw them in. I'm more than happy to answer any of those questions. So, yeah, throw them in and we can talk it through, even if it's like, if it's about anything. I'm taking a little BTC extension trade on my demo account for the fun. Okay. Okay. So we're extension trading here. Yeah, I think it's reasonable, honestly. Something like that there. With an entry here. An entry here. I mean, this area has been respected before, right? And with such a swift... I always talk about like these really irrational moves to the upside, these really greed-based moves to the upside, followed by fear-based moves to the downside, right? When we have two massive candlesticks like that, we tend to retrace them. We tend to generally retrace them, and that's what we're actually doing right now. You can see we've pushed up so hard that we need to retrace. The market needs to take a breath. You know, the market breathes in and it breathes out. And when it moves up so hard, it needs to take that breath and it needs to retrace. So that's what it's basically doing right now. You can see, obviously, we're retracing right now. We'll probably be doing the exact same thing on ETH at the moment, yes. So if you were trading short from here, for example, I mean, it would be against trend, all that kind of stuff, sure. But that swift move in generally leads into a resistance, generally leads to a retracement back out when the move is so fast, especially into a decent support level, into a decent resistance level. NZD Swiss franc, a bit of grinding for some time. Does it qualify for break even already? The action seems alright and Sonar still recommends it. Yeah, let me take a look at NZD Swiss franc for you. If this candle closes below, I'd be out at break even. I don't like the way that this candle has engulfed through the level. So notice, so for this one here, NZD Swiss franc, if you're trading on any of these markets where this same price action is currently happening, okay, because there's a few markets where they're looking quite correlated at the moment. Notice we had push into the level, we then engulfed back out of the level. We took our TP1 already, so if you weren't in that initial test, then you wouldn't have obviously got your TP1 here, but then we immediately engulfed again back through the level. And if this closes as a bearish engulfing candle below the support level, I'm not happy with that as a long position. I would be trying to get out of that ASAP at break even, okay? Because we don't want to see engulfing, not only engulfing that bullish candle, but also engulfing straight through the level as well. When I'm talking about a bullish engulfing candle, if you don't know, let's say that's, a bearish engulfing candle. Let's say this is a bullish candle to the upside right here. Well, an engulfing candle is where the candle opens higher than the previous one and then closes lower than it. So basically, all of this like solid body, and you know, we might have a little wick here, a little wick here if I'm drawing candlesticks, a wick here and a wick here, something like that, where these whole bodies here, this body is actually bigger than the previous body, and it's like it's engulfing the whole thing. It's shadowing the entire thing, right? And that's what we're seeing right here. You can see that this candle opened a little bit higher and then is now closing all the way down here, and it's engulfing this entire candle. The same way that this bullish candle engulfed this entire candle right here, coming out of that support level. So the support level initially did exactly what it should do. We took our profits, we moved to break even, you know, we have a risk-free trade, but now we've engulfed back through. And if you entered on the second retest, it's not a great sign to be engulfing on that first candlestick, right? It's not a great sign at all. So I'd definitely be considering out at break even if this closes as a bullish engulfing candle. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Great to have you all. A few more people have just joined, so welcome. Leave a like, drop your comments into the chat, and we will talk through them when we can. So we've got people here that have been in Breakfree Trading for a very long time. We've got people here where it's the first day in Breakfree Trading, Fidelia. So thank you for joining, Fidelia, first day part of Breakfree Trading. And yeah, so all sorts of people here. So if you have any questions, either I'll answer them or someone in the chat will answer it for you. So that's my thoughts on NZD Swiss franc for you there, Chris. AY, thinking about taking XAG USD one day. What are my thoughts? XAG USD, let's take a look at it for you. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I like this one a lot. Why do I like this? Let's talk through why I like this. Hello, Everett. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. So why do I like this one? Let's talk through it. Oh, just bumped my mic. Let's talk through why I like this. So we've pushed below the level. Pretty clear, we pushed below the level. Here's the important level. What's also great about this is it's a round number, $25. Really important to this market. Let's just take a look at how important $25 is to this market. So if I just draw out this box right through here, just a horizontal line all the way across here, round numbers like $25 are really important to markets in general. Okay, that's why 50K is so important to Bitcoin. That's why 25K is so important to Bitcoin. That's why whatever other numbers, what, SP 500? What's a round number there? Like 4,000 was important to S&P 500, 4,500, all these type of things. Anyway, $25 is really important. And let's just look back and see all the times the market has reacted to $25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, maybe even to the downside. So at least 19 times this market has reacted to $25. What we've then had is a push down below 25, a V-shaped move back through. The most bullish market structure you could possibly have is a V shape like that, okay? That is incredibly bullish when that type of thing happens, right? So we've got the V-shaped move back through. I love taking these type of trades where we see that V-shaped mark move back through the level. We get the retest and continuation on. All right, reasonable TPs. We're targeting a previous high. Reasonable TP 1 and 2 sitting here as well. Very reasonable. So for me, I like the idea of this trade, okay? Yes, a little bit of chop here on the RTD, but I like the way that we V-shape came out of this, right? So I could see that if we retest it, we could see a very swift move to the upside. I like this type of price action. This type of price action really gets me going, okay? I like it a lot. So I like the idea of that one, AY for sure. And just from like a, I guess like fundamental perspective, precious metals are most likely to continue to perform quite well through times of high inflation. Okay, so if we're thinking from an inflationary perspective, precious metals will continue to perform quite well, and dollars might not perform super well. Okay, so what I would have a look at is XAG against the euro, because the euro is actually looking a bit weaker than the US dollar at the moment. So precious metals against the euro might be a nice little trade right now, okay? So if we're looking at, say, like XAU euro maybe? So gold against euro? Yeah, nice, very nice. Ah, perfect. This is what I was hoping we would see. I'd probably take that trade there though. That would be my trade, the shorter one, not the longer one here. But this looks great as well. I love the idea of this trade. Gold euro right now looks very good because the euro is just absolutely dying, right? The euro is not doing very well. The European Union is almost guaranteed to go into a recession just based on everything that's going on in Ukraine at the moment. Almost guarantee recession in Europe. And the European Central Bank has not started raising interest rates at the same pace as the US Central Bank has. So, you know, there's going to be very likely going to be continual devaluation of the euro, okay? Continual devaluation of the euro is going to mean that the euro against gold, gold euro is probably going to be a bullish looking trade. So Chris, I know you're into your precious metals. That's probably where I'd be looking at the moment for reasonable trades. Precious metals against euro. Because euro is euro is like the biggest shitcoin, right? Euro is such a big shitcoin. So you can see this uptrend right here, how well that's been moving to the upside. But yeah, the euro is basically a shitcoin at the moment, so I expect it to bleed to death. Okay, CK, we've got the push out. I'm liking this. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. I'm liking what I'm seeing here, CK. Another bullish candlestick out of there. Good, good. Snap. I really want Snap to... We need to see Snap really just suddenly close below this level again. Be careful here, Chris. Get prepared to get out of break even if we get too many closes to the top here of above the level. So if we close too many above the level here, then I'd be looking for break even. But right now, I wouldn't be too drastic with any of my decision making. I'd just be hanging on to the trade. Let's took a... Alright, so Antonio has his extension trade triggered now. Let's see what happens here. Some bullish candles. Some very bullish candles. So I am expecting a bit of a pullback here. This has moved up very, very quickly. I am expecting a pullback on BTC. Alright, so this would be the level that it would very likely pull back from. I'm just going to take some water here. I'm going to probably wrap the stream up in maybe like a few minutes. So get in your final questions and I'll wrap the stream up in a few minutes. But it's been great having you all here so far. Get in those final questions and then I'll wrap the stream up, alright? Alrighty then. So let's take a look. I've been stalking pound CAD one day for about a week. The entry level just changed to 75% neutral and now I'm unsure. Thoughts? Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, I just got out of those trades. Oh, well. Little bit of a gap up here on Snap, Chris, so I'd be prepared to get out at break even if you're in that. CK, I think you're still good in your trade though. So pound CAD, let's take a look. Yeah, that's fine. All orders filled for Antonio, okay, on BTC. Yeah, out at break even, Chris. I don't like the gap up at all. I think this is still reasonable. It depends on how big the targets are. I'd probably be looking at something like that. I'd probably look at something like that, AY, if I was taking that trade right there. But I am a bit mindful that obviously I mean, it's not super unreasonable. We've been lower, okay? We've been lower on pound CAD. I'd probably be looking at a short trade, something like that. We've got the consolidation in here, looking for the quick move up and then push back out again, okay? That looks pretty reasonable. What were we looking at? Pound CAD, BTC USDT. Pushing up. So your trade is something like this, Antonio. So bullish at the moment. Probably there somewhere, I'd say. This is why we don't trade against trend. This is why you don't trade against trend. But it's just a demo account that you took it on, Antonio. So, but that's why you don't trade against trend. We still had the global uptrend, so yeah, that's why you don't trade against trend. But this is a very, very bullish move up, and extension 2 might save you here. I'm not sure. Got to be out at break even on this, Chris. What was CK's trade again? What was that trade that I just closed before? NZD yen. NZD yen. Get in your final questions, guys. Get in your final comments. And then we'll leave the stream at that. Yeah, that's coming out nicely. Is that it? So we have this extension trade here. That's a bit long. Hey, did you take profit on this already, CK? Oh, no. It's that there. Longer. Something like that, roughly. I'm not sure if you're close to TP1 already, CK, but if you've taken profit on this, that's 3 TPs in a row, 3 weeks in a row. I would never have done it on my live account, but fun little experiment as it contradicts my theory of the beginning of the session. It does contradict your theory. So, you know, taking these things is not horrible on a demo account. And, you know, this could be the area that we do dump out, because you don't have a massive march to the upside without a retracement. It's just about when the retracement comes, right? And it could come right now. The retracement could genuinely come right now. All right, every chance it comes right now. Very nice, CK. I'm not sure if you are taking profit or 1 hour. Okay. Probably a little bit more before you got a TP. Something like that, I would say. But looking good. Looking good. About there, nearly there, CK. Let us know if you take profit. That'll be 3 weeks in a row. USD yen going to the moon, getting smashed. Let's take a look. Oh, getting a bit of a retracement. If we can hold extension 1, you've got a chance here, Antonio. If we can hold extension 1. USD yen, let's take a look. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. If you're watching the replay as well, make sure you leave a like. If you made it this far, you may as well leave a like, right? Absolutely ripping, isn't it? Just tearing to the upside. Look at that. Wow. Japanese yen absolutely getting destroyed against the US dollar. Let's move on up. Come on, market. Give CK some money. Sorry, Chris. Snap has to come down ASAP. Antonio, back below extension 1. 8 minutes till this candle closes. See what happens. Alright everybody, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Appreciate you all for joining. So all of you guys, you know, Everett, CK, Antonio, we've got Fidelia, welcome first day, BFT, thank you for joining. Carlston, Chris, of course, for joining the stream. AY, thank you. Donovan, all of you, thank you so much for your contributions to the stream today. Obviously, we had in the beginning, we had Steven, Steve, we had Show Much Fun, whoever Show Much Fun is. Love the name, by the way. Steve was here, Martin was here. So thank you to everybody for participating in the stream today. It's always great to catch up with you guys on a Wednesday night here in Australia. And it won't be too long now before I'm joining you again from Thailand. And Asger and I will be filming an entirely new academy for you while we're there in Thailand. We may even do a little bit of behind the scenes filming. To you know, show you the making of the entire production. So yeah, we might do a little bit of a behind the scenes thing there. We'll see how we go, but yeah, we're really looking forward to it, looking forward to providing a lot of value to you guys. Everybody, thank you so much. Say hello in the global chat. If you need anything, just yell out, and I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great night, day, whatever it is where you are in the world. See you, everybody.